Here we are with Blair the Flair Cobbs. We are here, Radio Row. Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia fight week here in Las Vegas. We're about a month out from your big opportunity on June the 7th. Take on Adrien Broner down in South Florida, the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood. How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel great. This is a wonderful time to be alive. This is a wonderful time for boxing. We have Jaime Munguia, we have Canelo Alvarez, two big Mexican warriors going face to face, head to head. And then also you have my fight coming up very soon as a big attraction in boxing. Boxing is making their way back into greatness once again.
I've been talking. There's a lot of media in town. A lot of them, I think, are at the weigh-in, and they. I've been talking about this fight. A lot of people are very curious on a few things. Mostly, it's about Adrien Broner, but what they're saying is, Blair, we're going to know what Adrien Broner has left because he's in with a real guy who's coming to win on June the 7th. Uh, is that the way you look at it, or is you look at it more as the people are going to know who Blair Cobbs is come the morning of June 8th?
Yeah, absolutely. It's more the other way around. People are gonna know who Blair the Flair is. The thing is, right? No one really knows what I'm capable of. Like they don't really see any real limitations. Even in the fight where Alexis Rocha was a 1 week notice. You see how I got how good I did in a 1 week notice fight. With no preparation, no training. So, like, nobody really knows what I'm capable of. This fight is a major fight. Broner is not over. Broner still has a lot of skills, a lot of ability. He's still incredibly young, and he has a ton of experience. So when I go out there and destroy him, like I usually do, it's usually completely the opposite of what people think is going to happen. And when that happens, Blair the Flair has officially showed up in the welterweight division as the number one contender for a world title, if not already have a world title.
All of what you said are motivating factors. Becoming a world champion is at the other. The promotion hasn't really kicked in yet. I would imagine he may say a few things that's going to try to get under your skin, or even fuel that motivation even more. Is that something that you're ready for? You're relishing. I know a lot of people have been talking about what this back and forth with the Blair the Flair persona and the problem persona kind of clashing. Is that something that you're looking forward to over the next month?
Look, it's like bring it on. Blair the Flair's here to impress, and and don't nobody shit talk like Blair the Flair. So the thing is like this, like whoever shoots the first shot, I'm going to end it.
I know
And
you.
this is how it is.
I know you spent a lot of time in Philly. I'm a Philly guy myself. You have that Philly in you. You're not going to lay down or let some guy walk over you with their mouth. So I know you're going to be right there with that.
Absolutely not. So like, it's gonna be an ass whooping inside and outside the ring for Adrien Broner. It's gonna be a crazy night. Crazy night. It's gonna be a crazy experience going through training camp because he is dealing with one of the greatest fighters he could ever deal with, and it's an inevitable thing that's happening. Um, it's inevitable that he's fighting me. It's inevitable that's the what the results is gonna be. So, and it's inevitable what's going to happen to Adrien Broner inside and outside the ring.
I know boxing's a small world, a small circle. You guys cross paths ever in the past few years?
Oh, of course.
You say you guys know each other a little
absolutely, absolutely. Like honestly, like I show nothing but respect for somebody like Adrien Broner because I know that it's very hard dealing with being that person in the light and like in boxing. They glorify your losses and they down your wins. It's like for every one loss you need 20, 30 wins just to like get just to break even. Boxing is it's a crazy thing, whereas though like there's a lot of people in boxing that wants to lower and degrade these fighters that so like people like him that I know is out there trying like at least having something more than just I throw hands is it's like a it's special. because those are guys that that push boxing farther into the the realms of mega stardom and bringing new watchers on board.
I'm not going to glorify that loss, but I want to talk about that loss. Obviously, you mentioned a short notice, but he was ranked. I know he got the number one at some point. I don't know if he was one at that point.
Who?
Rocha at that point.
Oh.
What did you? I mean, he obviously was a pretty, probably a high caliber fighter. What did you learn in that fight?
I didn't think of him as a high caliber fighter. I just thought of him as like a fighter that was
Well, I'm saying
like
he ascended to
in
number
my mind.
one.
In my
So
mind, the only reason why I took the fight on short notice like that is because I knew it was going to be easy. What I didn't notice is like I need actual real preparation. It's like
that's what you learned in that
It's
fight.
like he's easy work for a person like me if I'm prepared.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not prepared, it's not. It's just it is what it is. He got pulled up to rank number one of politics. I wonder if I had destroyed Rocha, would they have put me up at number one? Like the whole thing is, I feel like it's a whole lot of politics that's going around with that whole mess, and even put me in a position where as though I had to take a late notice fight. You know what I mean? Because nearly a year passed
Yeah.
since I had a fight before that. It's one of those things that happens. You know what I mean?
You mentioned preparation. I was with you in the gym the other day. You were working your ass off when I was there on Tuesday with you. You're gonna have a full camp for this fight. I mean, we're a month away, so about halfway through that camp, and like normal 8-week camp. How do you feel? I mean, like, how do you really feel? We're, like I said, about a month away.
I feel like gunpowder and smoke. I'm ready to take on anybody and everybody. I am a war all within itself. And like to have somebody come in within the range of this mosh pit called Blair to Flair is crazy because I'm hurting everybody in the gym, and everything is working just the way it needs to. I'm technically getting better. I'm strong. I'm getting stronger, faster, smarter than ever before, and I look forward to putting on a hell of a performance come June 7th.
I know before the Haney Garcia fight, Adrien and Bill were getting into some back, and Bill Haney, the manager, father, trainer of Devin, they were getting back and forth, and I guess Adrien got under Bill's skin enough to saying, you know what, you're going to be next to Adrien. Obviously, if you get your hand raised on June the 7th, that's probably not going to happen.
I mean,
what I'm saying is that Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney or some of those other guys, is that pot at the end of the rainbow that ends on June the 7th?
I'm be 100% honest. Look, after Adrien Broner gets his ass whooped, he can still have a fight with Devin Haney.
I don't know how viable the fans are going to want to see that.
I can care less. I think it'll probably be still valuable. I mean, Devin Haney will actually be stepping up to a real 147 pounder. You know what I mean? That's got some pretty good skills.
Well, where does Blair Cobbs fit in? I mean,
Blair Cobbs fit in with the very best and the very elite. And I just don't have time to think about like all these other entities that's going on. But are they showing up on my radar? Absolutely.
There's a couple welterweight title fights, tomorrow night on this card. You got Stanionis is fighting Maestri. You got Mario Barrios is fighting Maidana. When does Blair Cobbs maybe fit in with some of those guys?
Absolutely. Blair Flair fits in with all of them and reigns supreme very, very soon. Very soon.
And selfishly, being the Philly guy that I am, there's a world champion in welterweight from Philadelphia named Jaron Boots-Ennis. First of all, you imagine you probably cross paths with the Ennises at your time,
I know
Philly.
everybody.
Yeah. I mean, they just announced yesterday his next fight's at the big Wells Fargo Center where the Sixers play. And
is he the main event or is that a main event?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So
right,
I mean,
cool. That's good.
Could we see with maybe a win? I don't know if you're gonna.
I haven't seen him as a main event yet.
I mean, could a win on June the 7th? Maybe I don't know if you need another win or two, whatever. Could we see in all quasi Philly, because I know you only spent a little bit of time in Philly.
Mhm.
Could we see a Jaron Ennis, maybe Blair Cobbs fight down the road?
Absolutely, absolutely. I look forward to captivating world titles and upsetting the world again and again and again. And everybody can hop on this underdog train all day long. And this is the real Rocky story. This is the ultimate underdog story. Blair to Flair.
You can be. Yeah, I'll consider a Philadelphia if we can do the Rocky stories. Because Philly Rocky, we got to put that on. No, I guess the last question: signed with Don King. A lot of people, it was a good press release. Had you signed the whole 9 yards? First bout, he delivers you a former 4 division world champion.
What can I say? Don King is back, baby. Woo!
And Blair the Flair Cobbs is going to come back. It's a great card. I mean, your fight's the main event. The co-feature is a world championship fight, the WBC Cruiserweight Championship. That must say something about what they think of you and Adrien, and it's going to be an exciting night. We look forward to seeing you on June the 7th down to Seminole Hard Rock. You excited to get down to South Florida?
Absolutely. I can't wait. Matter of fact, I might get down there early just to, spend a little bit of time, get acclimated to the culture, the weather, and everything, and then it's game time. It's game time. It's ass whooping time. Blair to Flair versus Adrien Broner.
I understand the former 16-time world wrestling champion. I'll call him your Uncle Rick. I know he lives in Florida now, so maybe we'll give him a call and maybe
I'll pay him a visit.
Well, no, have him. Maybe we'll try. Maybe he host come ringside. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll put a. So I think he lives in Tampa now. So I think he's a Florida guy now. So I don't know. But Flair Cobbs, we will see you on June the 7th. I look forward to getting down there. We're going to have a lot of fun fight week doing press conferences, and I don't know if there's going to be a press conference before then, but I know the whole world's waiting for that. And when the world sees that can only translate for fireworks in the ring.
When is this?
I don't know. I know. I said I don't. I'm saying if there is a press
I'm
conference,
preparing for very interesting things that's going to happen.
You're preparing for a fight and a press conference, and you got to prepare for two different things. So
Blair to Flair was born for this.
Absolutely.
Born for this. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I'll be on the call. So here's my last question. So I'm calling the fight, as you know, on June the 7th. What am I saying at the end of the fight? What's Mark Abrams' call going to be at the end of the fight?
Blair to Flair's hands being raised, and against all odds, against all the odd makers.
I got to write that down. Make sure I say it right, just the way you want.
Blair to Flair's hands is raised against all odds, against all the naysayers.
And in a knockout?
And inspire
the
world all around.
You're not gonna
I'm not going to say if this is a knockout or this and that, because I'm one of them goofy characters that I could be like, oh yeah, it's gonna end in a majority decision, and then he gets knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those crazy things where as though I'm very unpredictable. I'm so unpredictable that I'm unpredictable for myself.
Yeah.
Like nobody saw that Maurice Hooker fight coming. Everybody thought that I would lose, or at least just barely etch out a win. And then Maurice Hooker and his training camp, and even like one of his trainers, which happens to be one of the best fighters of all time, and that was in his corner, Terrence Crawford, which we will see you, Terrence Crawford, sooner or later. But even he said that, oh yeah, he's gonna knock out Blair within 3 rounds. With 2 rounds, he's gonna be out, and then opposite happens. Things happen.
I lied. This is my last question. Look into the camera. Adrien Broner's watching this. What are you telling him? What are you saying to Adrien? That's him behind the camera right there. He's in that camera. You're looking him right in the eye. Where that light is, that's his eyes. What do you want to tell him?
It's ass whooping time. That's what it is.
Period.
It's ass whooping time.
That's the way to end this interview. We will see you on June the 7th.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are done.